the top 5 cycles from Toronto. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are at Jayant Probikes and Fitness located in Jayanagar, and this is one of their 6 outlets. I am here to check out the top 5 Toronto cycles. Toronto is an international brand and they have all their bikes designed, well, the name is Toronto, so Canada. At number 5, we have the Toronto's H20. This is a steel-framed MTB. On the front, we have a 100mm coil suspension, which does not have a load adjuster or a lockout. The drivetrain on this bike is a 7x3. The 21-speed gear set has a Shimano turny rear derailleur and a Shimano turny front derailleur. On the rear, you have a 7-speed cassette. The stem on this bike is a 90mm stem on which you have a 720mm alloy handlebar. Mounted on the handlebar is your integrated brakes and gear shifters from Shimano. This bike comes with a 29-inch wheel set. You have Canada tires mounted on double wall alloy rims. Braking is provided by dual 160mm mechanical disc brakes. This bike weighs in at about 15 kgs. The XC20 is available in 2 wheel sizes, a 27.5 and a 29er, with a price of 24,990 rupees. This is the XC20. At number 4, we have a hybrid, the H20. The drivetrain on this bike is a 21-speed. With a Shimano turny rear derailleur and a Shimano turny front derailleur. At the back, you have a 7-speed freewheel and on the front you have a 3-speed crankset. The wheelset on this bike is a 700 by 35C tires, which is mounted on double wall alloy rims. This bike comes with a zoom riser stem. So the riser stem allows you to adjust your height as per your comfort. Fitted to the stem is a 680 mm alloy handlebar. And mounted on the handlebar is a integrated brake and gear shifter unit. Braking is provided by dual 160 mm mechanical disc brakes. This alloy frame bike has internal routing of cables and weighs in at about 13.5 kgs. With a price of 28,990 rupees, this is the H20. At number 3, we have an MTB, the M30. On the front, we have a 100 mm coil suspension which comes with a lockout. The drivetrain on this bike is a 21 speed with a 7-speed cassette at the rear and a 3-speed crank in the front. The rear derailleur is a Shimano tourney. The front derailleur is also a Shimano tourney. This bike has two wheel sizes, a 27.5 and a 29er. Both the bikes come with Kenda tires mounted on double wall alloy rims. The stem on this bike is a 90 mm stem on which you have a 700 mm alloy handlebar. This bike comes with Shimano integrated brakes and gear shifters. Braking is provided by dual 160 mm mechanical disc brakes. The frame on this bike is an alloy frame and has internal routing of cables. It weighs in at about 15 kgs. This bike costs 27,490 for the 27.5 inch and 27,990 for the 29er. Excuse me. Hello. Yeah. I'm in the middle of a shoot. Let me call you back after some time. By the way, if you guys are interested in this, there's an unboxing of this one in my other channel, link on top. Check it out and, well, comment and let me know what you think about it. And now, back to Toronto. At number 3, we have the H30, the hybrid bike. This bike has a 24-speed drivetrain with an 8-speed cassette at the back and a 3-speed pro wheel crank in the front. On the rear we have a Shimano Acera derailleur and on the front turny front derailleur. This bike has two variants, the rigid fork and a suspension fork. Well, this is the rigid. The suspension one is a 60 mm travel. It's a zoom suspension with a 60 mm of travel and a lockout with load adjuster too. The 35C Kenda tires are mounted on double wall alloy rims. Being a hybrid bike, this has a zoom adjustable step. This also has a 680 mm alloy handlebar. And Shimano integrated brake and gear shifters. Braking is provided by dual 160 mm mechanical disc brakes. The rigid bike comes in at about 12.5 kgs, whereas the suspension model has about 14.5 kgs weight. This alloy frame bike comes in with internal routing of cables. The pricing on this bike? Well, the rigid frame bike comes in at 35,490, whereas the suspension model is at 35,990. And at number 1, we have the M30 MTB. The drivetrain of this bike is a 24-speed. With an 8-speed cassette in the rear and a 3-speed Shimano crank in the front. On the rear we have a Shimano Acera derailleur and on the front a Shimano turny derailleur. On the front we have a 100 mm zoom coil suspension which comes with a lockout and a load adjuster. The 29-inch Kenda tire is mounted on a double wall alloy rim. This bike has a 90 mm stem on which there is a 700 mm alloy handlebar mounted. The brakes and gear shifters are from Shimano and are in an integrated unit. This alloy framed MTB has internal routing of cables, can handle a weight of 130 kgs. So, considering that the bike itself weighs in at 15 kgs, it can take a person weighing up to 115 kgs comfortably. And with a price of 35,990 rupees, this is the Toronto M30. So this was my list of the top 5 cycles from Toronto. Now I'm going to be linking a video here about headlights. It's for your safety. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for latest updates. And until next time, safe ride everyone.